President of CASTGNY. A brief history. CASTGNY was founded in 1992. Later on, it grew, to a national organization with more than 16 chapters, probably 18 chapters now, and more is coming. And then a dozen liaison offices in China. And the whole organization has about more than 5,000 in our database. And some famous guy, including Robin Lee, used to be in Great New York chapter, who's the founder of Baidu. So the CASTGNY is a nonprofit organization, so we have a number of forums, including entrepreneurship, startup, career workshop, annual conference, etc. So this is the third seminar we did this year on the technology topic, and we are very pleased to have a expert in crypto coin to talk about NFT. Karen, can you show me the picture? So the reason we're talking about this, recently we see an article in New York Times, in Wall Street Journal, and show that digitalized pictures, which is showed here by a guy called Bibo. His first 5,000 pictures were digitalized, and it was sold, auctioned for $69 million at the Christie. So this made a big headline. And this, the buyer actually didn't buy a physical 5,000 paintings. Actually, he bought a digital one called NFT, non-fungible token, which is basically a type of digital asset that are cryptologically secured and authenticated on a blockchain. And this type of assets is different than the Bitcoin, because there are only a few people can own it. In this case, only one person owns it. So, and then the interesting thing is the market for this year, last year was $250 million, and then it will project to be $1 billion market this year. Interestingly, even Wall Street is noticing it. The New York Stock Exchange recently showcased a series of NFT for the first trade data of 6 popular listings. That's including Spotify, Snowflake, Unity, DoorDash, Roblox, and the Copan. So people are noticing this, and the parent company of New York Stock Exchange, ICE, which is the Intercontinental Exchange, the market cap is about $68 billion. That's a publicly traded company, and the most recent listing of Coinbase, the market cap is $60 billion, and New York Stock Exchange has 9,000 employees, and Coinbase only about 1,200 people. So that's people Wall Street is really taking notice of it. So Professor Li Chong, he's currently a young professor at Columbia, and also he also runs his own hedge fund. He'll give us a talk, on the topic of NFT, and also on basically introduction to blockchain, cryptocurrency, etc. So welcome, Professor Lee. Now it's yours.
Thank you, Mark. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, perfect. Let me share my screen and I will start my talk. Now for a second. Okay. Yeah, just to make sure that I have a good internet connection, so I will shut down my video and I only present my PowerPoint. And after the presentation, I will turn on the video and for the Q&A part. Is that okay?
Yep.
Sure, thank you. All right. Okay. So first of all, my name is Cheng Li. I'm an adjunct professor at Columbia University working with the electrical engineering department. And I will be teaching a blockchain course. It's a graduate level course at Columbia for almost 3 years. And I know that how hot and timely the topic is. And I think this all the audience here are quite interested in blockchain technology, especially for the NFT, which is a very new concept this year. So the trend of NFT, everyone is seeing it. We all want to know what it is and what it can do. So this is the purpose of this lecture. And in this lecture, because I only have 40 minutes for the presentation, so I just give you a big picture about NFT and so the fundamentals and such that later on you can research NFT on your own with the basic knowledge you learn in this lecture. So this is the outline of this lecture today. First of all, I will give a brief introduction to the Bitcoin and blockchain, because I assume that audience here today, all of you guys have a different background. Some ones are quite familiar with cryptocurrency and the blockchain, but others are not. So I assume, so I start from the very beginning, give a quick review on the blockchain technology. And then I will go to the next very important concept called the smart contract. And because NFT is nothing but a smart contract, basically. And at the end of the day, I will introduce a NFT project, the Burble, to give you guys a very concrete example that how people use NFT to benefit the current industries, especially the artists and the musician industry. Okay, so introduction to the Bitcoin and blockchain. So in this part, I just want to be clear about what is Bitcoin and what is the blockchain and what's the relationship between the two. Okay, so that's the goal of this part of the lecture. So what is Bitcoin? So Bitcoin is just a cryptocurrency. Okay, but in human history, basically we have lots of cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin is not the first one. Cryptocurrency appeared since 1970s, almost 50 years back. So that's why I would define the Bitcoin as the first widely used cryptocurrency, because before Bitcoin, all other cryptocurrency just failed. Okay, so why Bitcoin become the first widely used cryptocurrency so far, and it's booming because that's all due to the underlying blockchain technology. Okay, so before Bitcoin, all other cryptocurrencies, they do not use blockchain technology. They are still centralized. So that means it's worth nothing. So that's the reason for the failure. And another thing I want to emphasize is this Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency, but it's not only a technology product. So it's a digital currency built upon, it's a mix of several science and engineering topics. It's a mix of computer science, cryptography, and economics. Okay, so it's a mix. So that's also the foundation for the success of Bitcoin. And we know that Bitcoin came from the first white paper by Satoshi Nakamoto. So far, we don't know who he or she is. The paper is a Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. And Bitcoin is the first application of a blockchain. So Bitcoin catch eyeballs these years because the price, and you see the price is jumping up. Nowadays, I think it's around like a 50K or 55K, something like that. So, and all people think, most of the people, I would not say all, but most of the people think the trend is the price of the Bitcoin is going to go up. And we know that lots of big agencies like or organizations like JP Morgan and Fidelity, they all start to allocate their funds to cryptocurrencies, which most of the profile cryptocurrency in the profile is Bitcoin. Okay. Then what is a blockchain? Okay, so blockchain is a technology. So blockchain does not equal to cryptocurrency. So blockchain is a technology. There's a lot of mathematical stuff underlying, and but I will not talk about the math today. But in my lectures in Columbia, because it's a course in engineering school, and I talk a lot about math. So like a consensus, like a Bitcoin address, and hash functions, and the cryptographies and the digital signatures, all of these technologies are used in blockchain or built upon the mathematics. But today, of course, we will not go through the math. But I just want you to know that blockchain is a technology. It's not a product. It's a technology that's built upon mathematics. Okay, so and then the reason you want to understand is like why blockchain is so useful and why blockchain is the foundation of a cryptocurrency or many other applications. For example, like you heard about that the blockchain can be used for logistics, like supply chain, like IoT, like data management. It almost disrupt almost every industry. But why the technology is so powerful, and but why is nowadays this technology just emerging, not like 20 years back or 40 years back? Because when we talk about blockchain, you may think about blockchain is the like distributed ledger, and cannot be all the documents or the data there is not tampered, cannot be tampered, something like that, right? But that's not the fundamental stuff. So the fundamental stuff is like everyone knows decentralized network or organization is good, has lots of benefits. Centralized has lots of disadvantages. But why in human history, so until now, that I would say all of the network, like a financial network and the internet, they all centralized, now decentralized, until the appearance of a blockchain. So the reason is about the technology difficulties. So the technology difficulties to build a decentralized network came from the two bullets I put down here. So first of all is the network communication latency, and this leads to the information inconsistency for each node. So if you want to build, for example, if you want to build a network, no matter it's a financial network or internet or whatever, computer network, you must have this information consistency for a group of nodes in the network to conduct some task or perform some task, right? So it's like a financial network. You cannot say that my ledger or your ledger in the same financial system like a JP Morgan's account are different, or the transactions I sent $5 to Mark, for example, at this time instance, but Mark see that, the time instance is quite different from my side. So this is the information inconsistency, but this problem is not a problem at all if we use a centralized network like a GPS network, financial network, because we have a central clock or global clock, right? But in decentralized network, there's no global clock. Okay, so this is just one concrete example to show that information inconsistency gonna kill the whole network if this problem cannot be resolved. And the second one is a random public access. Is because it's a decentralized network. There's no central guy to control all the IDs, all the authentication stuff, and everyone can join the network. And then, of course, it's hard to the security and the safety of the network is a big issue. And you cannot. It's very, very tough for the decentralized network to deal with all kinds of malicious node attack, because this is unpredictable, right? But centralized thing is you just need to protect the server. Once the server is safe, the whole network is safe, right? So these two problems are the fundamental stuff that why people do not build a decentralized network before the blockchain. And the blockchain is the first, I would not say perfect solution, but it's very, very powerful and almost resolved these about two problems. And the blockchain, I would say, is the solution to these problems. And so that's why this technology is important and is revolutionary. Okay, and the Bitcoin is nothing, just a cryptocurrency, and it's the first successful application of such a network. So you can understand this, like, then your question may be, okay, then at the end of the day, if someone asks me that what's the difference between the cryptocurrency and the blockchain? Okay, you can think about this. So blockchain just like a smartphone. Okay, it's a technology, and this is a revolutionary. They're gonna change almost every industry and your life, of course. But Bitcoin or Ethereum or money like a Filecoin, all these cryptocurrencies, they are just applications or app running on the smartphone. And the app could be good app, could be bad app, or could be a legal one, could be illegal one, but it's nothing related to the underlying smartphone technology. The smartphone technology itself is always a good one, but the app could be good or bad. Okay, so that's the relationship. And there's many blockchain applications. For example, some applications used for supply chain or logistics and data management, these type of things. They do not even have any cryptocurrencies in these apps. Okay, so but each of them is an app running on the smartphone, and means the blockchain technology. So that's the relationship. Okay. Okay, so the next part, I wanna talk about the smart contract. Okay, so the smart contract is very important concept in the blockchain technology. And what is a smart contract? So it's easy to understand because we already have used smart contract for tens of years. So the granddaddy of all smart contracts are the vending machine. Okay, I'm pretty sure that everyone here knows the vending machine. So you buy stuff from the vending machine and the Coke and the candy bars. There's no person standing there to serve you, right? It's just a machine, and the programs are written and fixed and pre-installed into the machine, and you insert the bills or swipe your card, and you got changes back if needed, and then you got your product you purchase, you buy from the machine. Everyone is automatic. There's no human standing there, and so it's a program. Everything is a program. Okay, everything is a program. So this is a smart contract basically, and this transaction is a peer-to-peer transaction, of course. Okay, there's no middleman standing there and serve you. And so the smart contract so is first proposed by Ethereum blockchain basically, and this is mostly in I would say innovation in the by Ethereum Foundation, I would say, and it contains the code functions and can interact with the other contracts, make decisions, store data, and make transactions. So you just think about a smart contract as it's nothing but a program, computer program. Okay, and the contracts are defined by their creators, but executed by the whole network. Okay, for example, you can write a very simple smart contract. Later on, I'm gonna give you some quick examples. And you write this smart contract, upload it to the Ethereum network or some other networks, and the whole network gonna execute your smart contract. Okay, and the contract will exist and executable as long as the whole network exists, and will disappear if a program to self-destruct. And the contract can do almost everything because this is Turing complete. If you don't understand Turing complete, that's totally fine. But you just know that, okay, you just need to know smart contract is nothing but a computer program, and and it can almost do everything you need. And this program is running on blockchain. Let me give you an example here. So, for example, like a monkey and an elephant, they are going to see a NYC race, summer 2020, and the race is between the lion and the mule deer, and who's gonna win the game, right? So they want to bet. They want to bet, and each of them just put 2 bananas into the smart contract, and then they just watch the game and wait for the results. Okay, and if the mule deer wins, and the monkey gonna get 4 bananas, and if the lion wins, and the elephant are gonna get 4 bananas. So the thing is, like, think about that. If there's no smart contract, and let's say elephant and monkey, they are not friends. They don't know each other. So how this bet can be done? They need a third party, right? A notary agency or something like that, a third party that both of them are would trust in, and then they give bananas to the third party, and they watch the game, wait for the results, and the third party will give bananas back to either monkey or the elephant, right? But now it's like, okay, there's no third party. We just wrote a program which is smart contract, and put it in, it will be executed by the blockchain network, and we just need to make a deposit to the smart contract, and later on the smart contract, based on the oracles of the results in smart contract, and automatically execute the results and give back the bananas to either monkey or the elephant. Okay, so this is a very simple example. So then you may still want to ask then how the smart contract looks like. Okay, so the smart contract is written by the language called Solidity. It's a high-level contract language. But of course now there's many the Solidity. There's some drawbacks there, and there's many research groups. There's one in Columbia University as well. They are trying to build develop a new programming language, for people to easily program smart contract. And here is some reference. It doesn't really matter. So the compiler is called a Remix. It's an online IDE, and it automatically compile your code. And the code just something looks like this. Okay, so it's much more like a C language, C++. It's very easy to read. It's readable. If you have some very basic programming skills, I think to learn Solidity is pretty quick, just like a few weeks at most, or 1 or 2 weeks. Okay, and then you write this program, and you compile it, and then upload it to follow the rules, upload it to the Ethereum network, for example, and then your smart contract will be there. Okay, so this is how smart contracts looks like. All right, now I just very quickly gave you a brief review on the blockchain and cryptocurrency and the smart contract, and all of these are the foundations of NFT. Okay, now this will be the main topic I want to talk today is the NFT. So then the first question is, what is an NFT? Okay, so NFT is non-fungible token. It's a non-duplicable digital certificate of ownership for any assigned digital asset. What does that mean? For example, let me explain what is fungible and what is not fungible. So what is fungible? For example, your dollar bills. Okay, I give you $10 bills, and tomorrow you give me two $5 bills, and total is $10, right? So I will be totally okay with that, because the value of this transaction is $10. I give you $10, you give me $10 back. But I give you one $10 bill, but you return two $5 bills. But that's totally fine. Both of us have no problem with that. So this is called fungible. This is called fungible. But what's non-fungible? For example, I lend you a artwork, which I love very much, and I own it for 10 years. But then tomorrow let's say it worth like a 10K or something, right? But tomorrow you return me another artwork. It also had the same value. It's 10K or even more value, but it's a different work. It's another artwork. Of course, this transaction called is non-fungible, right? You must return the one I lent you. You cannot give me another artwork and say, hey, this has the same value. So what's the difference? Of course, it's different, right? So this is called non-fungible. And then I think if you understand this, you will know that I think this is very easy to understand this concept, right? So non-fungible and fungible. Okay, so and then back to the topic. What is NFT? Because NFTs are called non-fungible tokens. So it is, you cannot, token, I would say, is too narrow. You may just want to understand this concept as like it's nothing but just a smart contract. It's a smart contract. Okay, it's not just tokens or cryptocurrency. It's just a smart contract. So this is a core definition. So some popular forms of NFT includes like a JPEGs, like pictures and GIFs and videos and all these type of things. Digital work, digital art is static or dynamic, is the video or whatever. So all the digital stuff, almost all digital stuff could be minted as an NFT or or smart contract, you'll say, and like even articles or Twitter or Facebook, your WeChat moments, all these type of things could be NFT, okay, or even the digital tickets, it could be NFT, almost everything, okay. So, and this smart contract, I would say, you see, this smart contract or the NFTs, they provide authenticity of the content and a chain of custody for the content and the ability to collect the royalties every time the content is bought or sold. So that's the value of an NFT, okay? So NFT is not just a digital game. It's like, okay, I have a picture, you mean an NFT and it's sold it. That's it. No, this is not the key advantage or benefits of an NFT. So an NFT is like this gonna help people, especially in like artists and musicians, to collect royalties or through the distributions, through the peer-to-peer distributions for their content. And every time their content is bought or sold, and every information is transparent in the whole network to everyone, and the artist or the creator of the work will collect the royalties or get what they should earn through the distribution. So that's the thing. But for now, later on, I will talk about the example. So for now, it's like there's so many middlemen in the single transaction for arts or music or this type of things. And so for the author or the creator of the artwork, they will earn very little from the whole transaction because the distribution is not transparent. There's so many middlemen, and the creator or the author or musician, they have no idea what's going on outside there. So they just talk to their agencies, and agencies, oh, you only own 10%, 20%, but number is maybe fake, right? So that's the, and also the copyright is hard to protect, and all these issues are the hurdles for the development of the music industry or art industry, basically. And NFT is a very, very promising solution to resolve these problems. Okay, and the last one is pretty fun. Actually, Mark Town, our president, also mentioned this. It's the most expensive NFT sold today. It's a piece of digital work called "Every Day is the First 5,000 Days," right? So that's crazy. So this was sold for almost $70 million US. But the transaction is done in cryptocurrency. Okay. So the NFT market size, let me just give you some quick numbers. You see the numbers, so many zeros down there. That's crazy market. Because this is a new market, right? It's not like an old market, and I'm just one of the competitors. I joined the market and I'm gonna get some market share. No, because this is a new market from 0 to 1. Okay, so that's why that we have so many zeros down there. So the market is crazy, and the worth of NFT sold just in March 2021 is 178 million. Okay, and you see the NBA Top Shot. Maybe some of you guys already heard about the NBA Top Shot, very successful NFT platform. So the valuation of NBA Top Shot is crazy. So it's raised like a 250 million. You see, and if nowadays if you go to the website or internet, you will see like there's so many NFT projects out there. They are hundreds of thousands of NFT startups start to do their business these days, like just in 1 or 2 months. That's crazy. This is not a region. It's a global phenomenon, and everyone seems like they're going to this market because everyone sees the market is huge. It's a huge market. And then you may have some questions. Okay, now I understand the concept of NFT, and I know what NFT can help, and what's the value benefits of using NFT. But then what's the next step? Okay, how can I create an NFT? How can I trade an NFT? So I would say, first of all, we need to creating an NFT. So most of the NFT supporting blockchain, we have the templates that can be used. You do not need to program like the smart. We know that NFT is a smart contract, right? So you don't need to program the smart contract using Solidity or something like that, like the picture I showed you, because we are not programmers. But most of the supporting blockchains, they already have the NFT templates. For example, like Ethereum has the ERC 721. With which the most NFT are made. So this is a template, or you just need to fill up with some stuff and follow the rules in this template, and you will very easy to create your NFT work. Just like it's as easy as you just upload a digital work or digital file to Dropbox or some cloud storage. Something like that, iCloud, for example. It's as easy as doing that. And the semi-fungible tokens like concert tickets or some game items, they usually use a ERC 1155 standard. This is another template, basically. So today I will not go through this ERC 721 or ERC 1155 standard because this is rather technical. But I just want to give you guys a big picture or some sense that how people create an NFT. And you just need to go to some platform and upload your digital work, and all this creation process will be done in the backend, okay, using these templates. And also there's a new standard called the EIP 2309, which allows creators to mint as many as NFTs as required in a single transaction. So this is not as popular as the ERC 721, but it's a new standard basically. Okay, so after I create an NFT, the next step is how can I trade an NFT? Okay, again, there's some platforms just like NASDAQ or New York Stock Exchange. There's some platforms that for you to trade your stock. And here NFT is the same thing. It's a smart contract, just like your security proof or certificate, something like that, right? So we also have some platforms, or you call it exchanges, for your NFT trading. And the most popular one here, I just listed the very top one, like OpenSea, Nifty Gateway, and Rarible, and NBA Top Shot. So you can, if you're interested in this, you can just go open your browser and go to this website to have a glance at these websites and see what's going on there. Okay, so it's very easy to follow what they're doing on their website. And OpenSea is the most popular one. I think it's also the first one for people to trade NFTs. And everyone here, all of you, if you're interested in that, you can go to the OpenSea and mint your own NFT and post it on NFT and OpenSea for trading. Everyone can do that. It's an open exchange to everyone. Okay. So okay, so now we already learned the basic concept of NFT, what it is, and how people creating and trading NFT, the whole flow of the NFT story. And the last part, I just want to give you a concrete example, which is a project where we have been working on for quite a while. We call it Burble. So this is an NFT platform for the artists and musicians. Okay. So we know that artists have been devalued. Okay. So this is not a secret. This is not a secret. Like a Spotify's own data suggests it won't achieve its core mission. Is a meeting create. Their mission is like a meeting creators earning a living from this platform, the Spotify's platform, for the better part of the century. But that's being generous. It won't achieve this core mission. And the Polestar estimated 9 billion in losses in the music industry for 2020 alone. It's a crazy 9 billion. Okay, and also we know that due to COVID-19 in 2020, so we cannot host the concerts or festivals, and this is terrible. This is very terrible, and this kills most of the revenues for the musicians and artists, and their revenues is falling by was falling by 85% in 2020, and resulting in a 200 million in lost income. Okay, so the big loss in music industries and art industries is killing almost everyone. So that's why, and people want to find a new way to survive. Basically, it's not like become rich. It's just want to survive. So what we're doing is this. So so this is the whole process. Okay, I just want to use this example to give you guys the whole process to start an NFT platform or NFT story. So the first thing is like we have like a sign. We sign a contract or agreements with the pop stars, musicians and artists like Tupac, like Katy Perry, like Drake, and many other famous acts. And then they gonna shoot their own videos. They have their new songs, right? They tell their stories. We call it storytelling. And these are the digital work. It's most likely a video, right? It's a video. And then we create an NFT using the NFT templates like ERC 721, for example, I just mentioned, and very easy. So we create an NFT on that. So that is the ownership. Okay, so like for example, with my signature, Cheng Li, with my signature there. So that's the, and then I own this work basically. And then I go to the trade platform like OpenSea and list that stuff. Let's say Katy Perry's short video, there's a 10 seconds video, and I'm the owner, and I use the video, I mint NFT, and I upload the video with my NFT certificate or smart contract to OpenSea, and other people can buy it through the smart contract as well. So, and all the transactions are peer-to-peer transactions. If someone want to buy it, I will get my money immediately in terms of like a BTC or like a ETH and this cryptocurrency. Is based on the platform what cryptocurrencies are allowed for the transactions. Okay, and this is just one thing, and it's not just the stories or just simply mean NFT on the videos and then upload it to the trade market and exchanges like OpenSea or Nifty Gateway. No, you can do many things. Okay, for example, like event NFT. Here I just give you some example. Okay, so event NFT. So it could be enhance the fun engagement. So that's the goal. It could enhance the fun engagement. Okay, so like concert tickets, special seatings, and artist meetup, augmented AR reality, right? So all these things could be digitalized and mint as an NFT and put it on the OpenSea for people to trade. Okay, and the value of these things will be determined by the market. It's not by the organizer, like a concert ticket or special seatings, all these type of things. Okay, so by doing so, you see the liquidity of this thing. Now it's like, okay, if you want to buy, let's say Katy Perry, who gonna have a concert in Los Angeles, and if you want to buy the concert ticket, what are you gonna do? You're gonna go to some very particular website or to search like, can I buy the tickets? And you know, so and it's hard to reach out to someone who own the ticket and you want to buy the ticket from their from them. So, but NFT is like open, is like if this thing is listed on OpenSea, everyone in the world can directly see the seller's product, the NFT ticket, so concert ticket, and then you can buy it through the OpenSea, and it just in a few seconds. Very easy, very easy. And after you buy the ticket, and the other ones still wanted the same ticket, and they can buy the ticket from you if you want to sell it, right? Of course, you may get some profit margin from the trading. And so, and the second is the fund NFT. For example, like you can trade NFTs with other funds or invent merchandise and fun meetups. You can unlock new NFTs. For example, like you can if you participate in meetups, or for example today's lecture, right? So if you join us in today's lecture, you're gonna have a chance to unlock some new NFTs about I don't know, maybe some famous artists like a signature or T-shirts or their some little stuff, right? So as a bonus, and then you can trade this stuff on the NFT exchanges. Okay, so and by doing so, it'll be much easier for the organizers to have like to have this fun engagement, to get more funds or audience to participate in the meetups or something like that. So there's a fun NFT, and also the third part is very interesting. Is the third party creators. For example, I buy a profile picture like Michael Jackson, for example, and I spend like a $1,000 for this purchase. It's a digital artwork for portrait for Michael Jackson, for example. And then once I own it, I can create, like say, see this picture is a Tupac, okay, a hip hop famous hip hop singer in America. So I bought this profile picture, and then I create my new work. I put a frame, I put some backgrounds, graphic design, and I made I created this beautiful artwork with the frame on that. You see, this is new work, right? I'm the creator. And then basically I can sell this new thing as an NFT as well. And some other guys may think, oh, this you created this new stuff by using Tupac's profile or something like that, and you add lots of values to the single 2-pack profile picture, so they're gonna pay more to buy the new work. So it will boost the creations from many artists or creators or designers. Okay. So, and the last one is the artistic crypto marketing. We can develop the fund tokens or coins, and and people can use these very particular tokens to trade for the particular product. For example, Katy Perry. Katy Perry can issue their Katy Perry tokens, for example. Of course, she may want to come up with another name, better name. Katy Perry tokens, and you can only use Katy Perry tokens to buy all the Katy Perry related NFTs products. Okay, so then they can issue their own crypto tokens in the market, and definitely the values of the token will be determined by the market. No one can control the price of the token, just like the Bitcoin, right? No one can control the Bitcoin price. So this price is determined by the market. Okay. All right. So I think this is the last slide I have for today, because I only have 40 minutes, and I'm pretty sure that you guys have lots of questions about this presentation. Because here I just gave you a very high level picture about the NFT, and I go through the NFT stories through from the very fundamental stuff like a blockchain technology and a cryptocurrency and the smart contract, and then we go to the NFT, and I end this presentation with a Burble project, which is an NFT platform for the artists and musicians, and gave you guys some pictures of how the NFT industry works and how the whole flow of the NFT transactions. Okay, so I will give it back to Karen and see if anyone has some questions about the presentation.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Lee, and it's a very informative introduction to NFT. And I saw already some people ask questions in the chat. And we also have a WeChat group. So if you're interested in joining this WeChat group, you can also scan the QR code on the screen and ask questions in the WeChat group if you want. So we will start from the questions posted in the chat first. So I see someone first ask, it's hard to really guarantee the work, like the authenticity of the content. It seems that it's not something that blockchain can help. So Dr. Lee, do you have any opinions on how this technology or other kind of supporting structures will help to guarantee the authenticity of the content?
Yeah, the authenticity of the content. So that's a beautiful part of an NFT, basically. So for example, like so this is usually the authenticity is guaranteed by the creator. So for example, Katy Perry made a new song, and in the meanwhile, she gonna create because once she made this new song, she's the only one have it or own it, right? There's no second person have the song, and she can create an NFT at that moment, and using her own signatures. Of course, it's a digital signature, right? With a timestamp and signatures, all these type of things to mint an NFT on this song. And this NFT is the certificate or the ownership of the new song, and with the Katy Perry's signature on that, and also the timestamp, and then she can post this NFT and the song along with the song to the internet, and everyone can check all the information from blockchain network, and all the information is transparent and to everyone, right? So of course this will be guaranteed authenticity of the work.
Cool, thank you. And the next question is also related. It's asking that, so if because all the digital artworks can be easily copied and or download and then re-upload. So will that, as you just mentioned, that it will have the signature of the artist and also the timestamp. So that cannot be revised, right? If you upload a new work, then it will
No,
have a later kind of a different timestamp, right?
no, yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, basically NFT cannot protect the video for personal download or something like that. Just like I go to YouTube, right? I think, oh, this video is pretty cool. This movie is pretty cool, and I use some software to download the YouTube videos to my local computer. That's totally fine, right? No one gonna find me or about that. But of course, you cannot use it. I cannot use it for the commercial use.
Okay, so the next question is about the value of NFT because you showed a lot of numbers at the beginning. So the one of our participant is asking, are NFT overvalued?
Um, yeah, I would say nowadays is there's some bubbles there because you see there's hundreds of NFT projects coming out every day. It's like there are NFT games, NFT like in finance, in music, in arts, and there's so many NFT projects there because nowadays like people are crazy about this new technology, and of course an NFT price or products or even the project or most of them are overvalued. But I think this is the normal, right? When people came across some new stuff, and people will be crazy about that, and of course that new thing will be overvalued. But later on, after a few months or half years, 1 year, and people will cool down and see, oh, this is this is something new, but we were too crazy about that, and this is up and down. This is pretty normal. But nowadays it is overvalued.
Cool, thank you. And I also saw someone shared a related kind of piece of information in the chat saying that like Paris Saint-Germain fan coin and also the Atletico Madrid fan coin is already kind of online right now. So I think it's another kind of evidence showing that how the fan types of NFTs is being used right now, but more on a lot of different fan groups. And another question is for Dr. Lee is that what do you think of the Ethereum's future?
Well, I would say the future is bright, but still very challenging. I met Vitalik a few times in the past years in person, and I also asked the same question to him. So Ethereum has the best ecosystem, and we know that all blockchain projects, the key for the success of a blockchain projects is like if you have a very good ecosystem, right? So Ethereum so far is still the best one, but we know that if you use the Ethereum network for now, is like the gas fee for the transaction fee is pretty high. It's crazy, right? Just like if you want to transfer, it's very easy, simple monetary transactions on Ethereum gonna cost you like $50 or even $100. That's crazy. So that's why that's also the motivation for others to create their own ecosystem to compete with Ethereum. For example, the BSC, right? Binance Smart Chain. Yeah, I think someone is asking the question about the BSC. So the BSC now has a very good ecosystem, and and many other exchanges like Huobi and OK. They are building their own ecosystem as well, trying to compete with Ethereum. But overall, Ethereum, I believe in it. I think it's still the lead leading the ecosystem, leading the project, the blockchain industry in terms of ecosystem.
Thank you. So another question is asking, what happened to the physical art piece, like a painting after NFT is made? So how would this kind of old-fashioned artwork?
Yeah, this is a very good question. Now there's two things people are doing with physical art. One is this. So one very straightforward way is like, okay, I'm gonna destroy the physical art. And I'm pretty sure that you guys already saw some news, right? So basically, people create an NFT on the physical artwork, and then they destroy it, burn it in fire, and destroy it. And the NFT, the digital artwork protected by the NFT, is the only one of this work. It's pretty unique. So this is one way. Another way is this. So basically, we decoupled the relationship between the ownership in the physical world and the digital world on the same artwork. So, for example, the Mona Lisa, okay, it's a very, very beautiful artwork, and it worth, I don't know how much it worth. So, and we can create a digital copy of that and mint as an NFT. And for this artwork, it has two IDs. One is a physical and one is a digital. And these two different ownership. And someone who owns the physical artwork is the museum in Paris. But who owns the digital version, a digital copy of this artwork is Cheng Li or Mark, right? So it's two different ownerships, and it's not a conflict with each other. So usually there's two ways to do that. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And also, people are curious about any government accepting NFT now.
Well, so governments accept NFT. NFT is a technology, but the reason for some governments to not accept NFT because the government doesn't accept the cryptocurrency. For example, China, right? China still do not allow the cryptocurrency trading. So, but NFT so far NFT only accepted this crypto. It's a crypto trading, right? So that's the thing. NFT itself has no problem, but crypto trading is banned in some countries.
Okay, and someone is asking about the specific type of coin. It's called, I think, Doge coin, DOGE. So,
Yeah.
do you have any opinions on this?
Yeah, this is a well, yeah, this is a long story. But long story short is like this is a very, very good example about consensus. And because for this coin itself, it has I would say it's useless. I would say it's useless. Okay, not like Ethereum ETH. ETH, you can use ETH to do everything in Ethereum ecosystem. There's many beautiful and useful apps running there on the Ethereum network, but not the doggy or dog coin. So this is pure cryptocurrency, but people have a consensus on it, and the price is jumping high. I know, and this is a type of something crazy. It's hard to say this will what goes up or down in the future, but the consensus power is. We all see how powerful the consensus is.
Okay. Another question is about it's asking that NFT only provides the ownership of digital assets but not the copyright. So why people pay top dollars for digital works which people can easily copy from? Just like I think the example you showed us and at the very beginning, like the first 5,000 day, and also an audience is correcting that it should be for first 500 day, not 1,000. I think I quickly searched the Wikipedia, but I think it's still I found the name is like 5,000 day. So please correct me in the chat if I'm wrong. But yeah, so how would you think of that? Because people don't have the copyright of that.
Yeah. So this actually I had a discussion with many friends before about the same question, right? So why people wanna pay so much top dollars, let's say, to buy it, to be trying to be the ownership of the digital asset, and but others can easily download the work like 5,000 days, right, from the internet, and why should I pay for that, right? So that's I talked to some collectors, very famous and top collectors in China, and then I understand what they're doing. So this is not about like the revenues, the profits by doing collections. It's all about the satisfaction of your own feeling, right? For example, I'm the collector. I pay like $5 million to buy digital artwork from, for example, like Van Gogh. Okay, and of course the physical artwork is in the museum, in the NYC museum, but I own the digital copy. I'm the owner, and everyone in the world can see my name. Chong Li is there. I'm the owner of this artwork from Van Gogh, and I pay $5 million for that. Of course, you can download the picture for a personal use in your room, even in your bathroom. It's okay. You print it out, or even in your computer, use it as a background picture. It's okay, and everyone can knows that. But again, everyone knows that I'm the owner of this digital artwork, so I will feel proud of that. I will feel very satisfaction. That's not about the money, right? And if everyone knows the work, like everyone knows Mona Lisa, see, what's the value of the Mona Lisa? It's hard to estimate, right? Because why is it so valuable? Because everyone knows this picture. Of course, you can download the Mona Lisa as your background in your laptop, and no one gonna charge you for that, right? But the value of the work is still there, because everyone knows the work, and the work will be more valuable. The same thing here. So someone created, I buy a digital artwork, and I'm the ownership. I pay top dollar for that, and then this work, it becomes famous, and everyone in the world knows the digital art, and they download it for their personal use. Then of course, believe me, someone gonna pay you even more dollars, 10x or 20x or even 100x, to buy the ownership of this digital artwork from you. So that's the game in collections.
Thank you for sharing. And so another question is asking like how to create NFT and attach it to physical artworks. I think it's related to your earlier answers on like the kind of digital ownerships can be different from the physical ownership, but
Right.
how will
Right.
that process look like?
Well, the create NFT is like, okay, you have physical artwork, and you can use some technology, so like to make it. Oh, I thought I'm muted. No, okay. So you to create a digital copy of the physical artwork is pretty mature. And once you have a digital copy, and you can use the NFT technology to mint an NFT along with the digital copy of the work, and then you can sell it on OpenSea, just like the process I presented in my presentation, and yeah, that's the whole flow. And of course, how to deal with the physical artwork, then you can destroy it, or you can say this is different ownership for the same artwork. It has a physical copy, it has a physical copy, it has a digital copy, and they're twins, right? And there are two ownerships and two copyrights or something like that, and you buy the digital ones.
Mm-hmm. And how much will it cost for someone to kind of make this NFTs for the artwork? This kind of this process.
Yeah, once you have the digital copy of the painting, to mint an NFT, the cost is almost negligible. Maybe for some platform it's free, or some like tens of dollars and hundreds of dollars, so something like that. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So someone is asking if NFT put on a song, does that mean others cannot listen without owner's permission?
Well, basically this is written in a smart contract. It's case by case. For some owners, like okay, everyone can download the song or listen to the song online, like a Spotify, right? So it's fine. But someone is like, okay, if you want to listen to the song, and I'm gonna charge you like a $1, $2, something like that. So this is all written in a smart contract. It's case by case basically.
Okay, and the last question
But
on
the
the
good, remember, but
yeah.
the good thing is this. The good thing is, the transaction is a peer-to-peer. Is from the fans. The money goes from the fans directly to the to the singer or the creator of the song. It's not like a Spotify, right? Spotify is like, okay, so the fans money goes to Spotify, and Spotify will take their share and then give money back to the rest of the money to the creator of the song or the musicians.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Okay,
sorry,
thank
I tried to start my video, so
yeah,
okay, I
thank
turned
you.
on. Sorry about that. Yep.
Yeah, and also someone is asking, like, if, as you mentioned, like the value of the artwork is on this kind of network is really based on the feelings of the collectors, then how will it be different from the like the Doge coin that someone mentioned earlier, that it's kind of all based on just feelings, not very kind of substantial values behind that?
Well, so the Dogecoin is different because it has like what I'm saying is it's a consensus, right? So the it's not a utility token basically, but NFT basically resolves most pain points in the music industry, for example. Um, so it has its own utilities and its benefits. It resolves some very particular problems, not dog coin, so doggy coin or dog coin. So it resolves nothing. And this is not, even this coin is not motivated by any practical problems. So I think this is the key difference.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. And another participant is asking, if everybody can download the art piece for free, what's the value of the ownership? So I think it's go back maybe to the earlier point on maybe the feelings or kind of the value, the sense of value
Yeah,
of
not
that.
just like again like Mona Lisa, right? You can Google Mona Lisa, and everyone can download it for free, and you can use it, print it out and put it in your home, in your office. It's free, right? But Mona Lisa, again, the value is crazy. I don't know how much it's, and no one can buy it, I think, right? So you still want to go to Paris and pay the ticket to the museum and go there to take a look at the artwork, although you can download it for free.
Thank you. Yeah. And in our WeChat groups, someone is asking the name of your project, that Dr. Lee. I think first, our president also introduced that you were the co-founder of a startup related to this project or related to NFT or maybe blockchain in general.
Yeah, so the NT Labs is a technology firm. It's basically a technology consulting firm, and we provide service to many industries and enterprise or even startups. And for it covers like the blockchain and AI companies. For example, we provide solution to the banks, to the governments, supply chains, and smart grid in power systems. So and also in real estate, and a Burble. The one I just mentioned is a NFT project. So this is the one we are working on right now also. But overall, we are working in the domain of AI and blockchain.
Thank you. And I think these are all the questions we have. So, so before we end of the event today, so the entire session has been recorded and we will upload it to the CASTGNY YouTube channel. You can just type in CAST and GNY to find our channel on YouTube. And also you can search 旅美科协活动 on WeChat to find to get our further event notice. And you can please scan the QR code on the screen if you want to join the team and become a volunteer like me and help with the events. Okay. And I think that's all for today, but for whoever want to stay longer, I think it will be fine if Dr. Lee still have a little bit more time, and I will just open up the control of the microphone. So maybe you can, if you want, you can just open up your mic and have some final discussions here. And thanks for coming today.
Thank you everyone.
Thank you, Dr. Lee.
Yeah, I have a question for Dr. Lee, if you don't mind.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Because I was wondering, because you mentioned like the creator of the artwork needs to ensure the authenticity of the content, and the most likely the case is that like of course the creator of the content, they are the original creator, right? That's a case. But lots of times, like they might not be the first guy to know there is a blockchain or is a like your blockchain that they can register their content, right? They might not be the first one to know that. In that case, some other people might just take a photo of the artwork, or take a make a digital copy of the artwork and registered on the blockchain without the original creators knowing that. That might I think that could be the case. That's why I ask questions like whether or not there is procedures they need to take in order for them to upload or to register their artwork with the with your network, with your blockchain. Yeah, that's my first question.
Yeah,
my
I
second
think
question,
I think I understand your question. Yes, of course, someone can do that, but it's worth nothing. Why? Because let's say you make a photocopy of some great work from a very famous artist, and then you mint an NFT and you upload it to the internet, to the NFT platform, right? So, but I don't think anyone gonna buy it, because in that NFT you do not have any information from the original creator or the artist, like his signature, his permissions. You own nothing, right? And after 1 month, for example, although you are the first mover, but after 1 month, and this creator or the artist, he created an NFT and the same copy of the work, digital copy of the work, and with his signature and permissions, endorsements, all these type of things in an NFT. And that will worth a lot. And everyone gonna buy that, and now it's yours.
So what you're saying is there are some metadata associated with that content, like signature, like some other information that will be able to use those information, more personal or private information, to authenticate the content. Would that understand right? Because let's say if I, of course, I mean, of course, if I know all those like very private information about this artwork, of course, I can steal it away without problem. But if I don't have those, content, what you're saying is like the original creators can overthrow my my registration later on, right? Is that my understanding right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that question is about the similarity. Similar artwork, right? So if, let's say, if you create some artwork, I come over, and of course I acknowledge this is the artwork you create, but I can modify some. Let's say I because it's digital, right? I can easily modify some like a corner of this like a painting, right? So nobody can notice the difference. But this is a different artwork, but that's different from the original one. Digitally they are different, right? They are just different contents. and also has a different fingerprint of the, and everything. I can sign that and say this is mine, but this is mine. I can say this is different from the Mona Lisa in Paris. So and I register that. So if that's the case, I can register many similar artwork. But how would you prevent that?
Actually, you cannot prevent that. Of course, everyone can do that. You can create like 1,000 different copies of Mona Lisa with very minor changes on that.
Right.
But again, it will worth nothing because believe me, if you list this work on NFT exchanges, no one gonna buy it because everyone gonna check the MAC data information along with the work, the one you post there, right? Again, the same story. But if this is a digital copy made by the Paris Museum, and they have their own like a stamp or like permissions or endorsements, all these type of things, say this is the original created by the Paris Museum or supported, endorsed by the Paris governments and the city halls and something like that, and this will be the only copy issued by the Paris Museum, and this will worth something, right? So people are gonna buy that, but not yours.
Yeah, I got that. So that's just assume that I know if this is a famous museum, this is some national museum that registers the artwork. Of course, I'm not able to compete with them in terms of my. I cannot compete with them, right? But let's say if let's say if you let's say Mr. Lee, you have a great artwork. And I just copy. I make a copy, but I make some changes, minor changes. Let's say not. I can make some minor change. Let's say right. I can make minor changes of the core, and I register and with my name Tao, Mr. Tao. Okay. So nobody knows you and nobody knows me. So how they can tell which one is more they should buy? I mean, I want to ask. I mean, of course, I'm not asking. Yeah.
Then no one gonna buy that. I mean, because no one knows me, no one knows you, and you think of who gonna buy that work?
Okay, so that's the fundamental question.
The reason for people to buy the artwork is like they worship or they appreciate the work from the artist. Right, they know the artist. Otherwise, how you want to pay top dollars to buy work from someone you don't know, right?
I see. So your answer is that the people will buy from the artists that they know. I mean, if they don't know, they won't be able to tell the originality of the work. Is my understanding right? So they must know me, or they must somehow has some like admire me to some extent. Then they will. Is that the not okay? That's a logic. Okay.
Right. Yeah. That's
Dr. Lee, can I ask a question?
Sure. Yeah. Go ahead.
My question is related to the Ethereum and the BSC, and because I just would like to have some opinion, like you, as a blockchain expert, about comparing the Ethereum ecosystem and the BSC ecosystem. Which one you think will prevail in the future? Because they are all very powerful. I think the BSC claim itself has more users and has more transactions and have lower gas fees and also the faster transactions. That's all claimed based on the assumption before the layer 2 released on the Ethereum ecosystem. So based on the current information you have and the knowledge you have, do you which one you think it will prevail, or most likely just like the Toyota and Ford, they both will survive, or only Amazon prevail, or the Walmart or Kmart, everybody will die?
Yeah, I understand your question. So yeah, based on my observations and understanding, I think for now, in this short period, for example, in the coming 1 or 2 years, these two ecosystems, they are competing, just like a Toyota and a Honda. Okay, they are competing. They're trying to get more share of the market, and they're using their full power to build their own ecosystems. Make it much larger ecosystems. So, but at the end of the day, I would say they will coexist in the domain. But this coexist may be different from like the coexistence between, for example, Ford, the Toyota, Honda. For in the world of a blockchain, people can collaborate. So that's why one of the hot topic nowadays in blockchain technology is interoperability, or you can call it a cross chain technology. Okay, so later on, I would say like the BSC ecosystem and the Ethereum ecosystem, they will have some bridging up these two ecosystems and like using based on the cross blockchain technologies or interoperability technologies, and you know, people can using apps on Ethereum, and then in the meanwhile this can connect to the other apps or other stuff in the BSC ecosystem. So overall, on the top level, these two ecosystems are going to merge in the long run.
So you're talking about some players. I noticed some players and already provide those technologies to cross from the BSC to Ethereum, and they
Right.
provided the bridges. Do you know who is the top player in this area?
Well, so far I would say none of them are the top player. There's a lot of work to do, and this is far from mature. So it's hard to say who will be the best one. Let's see. We need time to see, but
No,
it's not easy.
Well, who's taking the lead right now?
I'm not put much time on this thing, so I will not make a judge on who is the lead or who is not a lead. So yeah.
Right. Thank you.
Hi,
Yeah.
Dr. Lee, can I ask a question?
Yeah, sure.
My question is, this NFT, China is using the digital currency. Has anything to do or has nothing to do? That's one question. Secondly, from your example you give, seems the NFT can be used in very narrow, I don't know how broad you can apply that.
Could you say your first question again?
Oh, first question is China is using a digital currency. How does the NFT, does an NFT have any relationship or anything? Can be, let's say, can NFT be converted to, you know, a digital currency in China? I mean, in terms of value.
Yeah, an NFT itself is not a cryptocurrency. Like what I said, it's a smart contract, and you can trade NFT using cryptocurrency, and of course you can use China's government issued cryptocurrency. But I think this is possible. This is possible. But so far, any cryptocurrency trading in China is not allowed. And the government issued the cryptocurrency DCP is not there yet, so that's why there's a lot of uncertainties there. But later on, I'm pretty sure that NFT must be there, and we can use, even in China, we can use this government issued cryptocurrency, but may not only DCP, maybe there's other cryptocurrencies backed up by the government in the future. It's very, very possible, and people definitely can use this cryptocurrency to trade, to purchase NFT products. I think this is doable. This is doable.
Thank you,
Dr. Lee.
Yeah.
I think Huobi and OKEX are allowing people trade Bitcoin and Ethereum and other cryptocurrency in China, right?
Yeah, they have some permissions, but it's in a gray area, and that's why both of them moved to Hainan province. And Hainan has some very particular permissions for these things, but still it's in a gray period, gray area. So.
But OTC trade is allowed in.
Yeah, Huobi, like Huobi, right? Is literally speaking, it's not an exchange. It's just an OTC platform. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Dr. Lee, I have a question about the music industry for the NFT. And so for each song, there's only one unique NFT for that, or you may have a duplicate copies for that.
Yeah, it's up to the issuer of the NFT or the creator of the NFT. So you can make a multiple copies and you can make a single one copy. This is all possible. It's all possible.
Okay, and sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead. Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry to cut you off. So then, compared with the current those music platform like the Spotify, Spotify is the MF. You said that the advantage the pro for this NFT is decentralized, right? And but if you ask people to pay each $1 for each song, and people cannot afford it. And the good thing for the Spotify, those platforms, is that they just pay like a membership fee, and then they can enjoy thousands of tons, thousands of millions of songs. And that is probably the centralized the benefit for centralization of as such a platform. So how can the NFT be used in the future to compete with this type of business?
Well, this is not about technology. This is about the distribution, right? So yeah, so how you distribute your work and make a revenue from that. So you need a business model. So this is all about the business model. For the NFT, the business model is pretty mature and very simple one. Just like people buy the ownership of the artwork or digital work, right? So, but I'm pretty sure that later on, all these NFT platforms, for example, OpenSea or NBA Top Shot, they can create some portfolios. And let's use NBA Top Shot for example. They can build, they can create some portfolios, just like a stock index, and sell it as a bundle to the end users. I think this is all possible. It's all possible. So the business model is not mature, and the people are still brainstorming on that. Even the Burble. So the Burble is the project that we are working on right now. And for the business model part, and we still have lots of discussions on that. It's not mature. Like okay, we just borrow another business model, use the same one. No, because there's no mature one we can borrow. We need to create our own business model on that. So everyone is doing the same job, right? Is doing the same work right now.
All right, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Any other questions, or I will give it back to Karen. I think.
Sorry, Dr. Lee, I have another question about the copyright, the IP. So the work, the NFT, right? So you take someone take a photo of the artwork, like someone else. I think the other gentleman asked the same question. Then he put it on the NFT marketplace and he sold it. And but the IP still the original owners, right? So it doesn't belong to the NFT owner, correct? Then then the second person took another picture, I mean, of the same work, and then put it on another marketplace and sold it also. So there are going to be a lot of fights over this issue, right, in the future. I mean, who is the? I mean, who? I mean, the IP still belongs to the original owner, but there are two guys like sold two NFTs on two different platforms.
So, yeah, I mean, the things like the owner or the IP owner must be one of the guy working with the NFT mint or NFT trading. So if you want to create an NFT and want to sell it on some platform, you need to talk to the copyright owner. This could be an organization, could be an agency, and you guys sign up with some agreement or contract or something like that. And after that, you can have the digital copy ownership of the digital copy of this work, right? So, and you also in this contract, you have very specific like distribution rules and regulations and all these type of things. So the legal work is tremendous. Basically, it's not that easy like simple like just make two copies and sell it on two different NFT platforms. And of course, this is going to violate some legal agreements or something like that. So the copyright owners must be very clear about what you can do and what you cannot do in the contract or the agreement. So this is basically what we're doing in Burble as well. So it did take quite a while for each contract with the copyright owners. In our case, it's the agency of the singers or musicians.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Lee, for staying a bit longer and to ask our audience questions. And I think it's already very late, so we will end the meeting now, and we will upload the videos after it's been transcribed. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you everyone for joining us.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, where can we find